Hey guys, this is Camp15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I am back with another One Piece anime episode review for you guys because I can only talk about the anime because the manga is on break right now for probably about a few more weeks, and then we'll be coming back to pick up its final saga storyline. So last week, we dealt with Chopper taking out the virus and saving everybody and stuff like that, and then we were left off with the cliffhanger, the fact that Kozuki Oden somehow came back from the dead or somehow is still alive and everything, and that's kind of what this episode was kind of featured on. So speaking of it, we actually start the episode off with Yamato, Shinobu, and Momonosuke. They're pretty much getting through. The most of the Beast Pirate members, and stuff like that are appearing. Freaking, you have the one chick, I forgot her name already. She's already like, oh, there they are, they're running through the main halls and stuff like that. And again, Yamato is, these guys are just fodder to these dudes. Yamato has taken them out a lot and heavily, but the thing is, Momonosuke is kind of getting a little bit upset slash antsy because he doesn't like, I guess you can say, for some odd reason, people fighting for him and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of the whole thing there. And because of it, he ends up transforming into his dragon form, and Yamato's like, whoa, what the heck is going on? And stuff like that. And at first Yamato calls him an eel, but then she's like, wait a second, your form that you just transformed into, is that your devil fruit form? And Momonosuke's like, yeah. And she's like, you look like my father in that form. And stuff like that. In the meantime, we cut over to the room where they're holding the CP Aegis Zero members, and pretty much the one masked guy, he's pretty much talking about the incident on Punk Hazard, and he's talking about the one mysterious devil fruit that is pretty much made of Kaido's DNA, Kaido's blood, I guess you can say. And pretty much the other CP0 members like, oh yeah, but wasn't Punk Hazard completely destroyed and stuff like that? And the dude's like, no, there was apparently one lab still, operational. Only time will tell. Hopefully nobody got a hold of that freaking devil fruit right then and there. Well, we know Momonosuke clearly ate it because he's able to transform into a dragon. If you know the manga, you know more about that story. They'll probably explain that into further detail going forward. But Aegis Zero members pretty much made the mention like, yeah, hopefully nobody got a hold of that devil fruit because that would be a problem, and stuff like that. So, yes. Now we cut back over and everything, and Momonosuke, Yamato and Momonosuke kind of calm, Shinobu calm Momonosuke down, saying like they'll protect Momonosuke at any cost because he will be a great shogun, even greater than his own father, Kozuki Oden. And that's when we find out Momonosuke, he's actually better learned how to control and transform into his dragon form. He can now, I guess you can say in a way, transform at will, instead of how he would only transform when he would get afraid or scared or something like that. So it's pretty cool to see that obviously he's getting better at using his devil fruit form. Speaking of his father, we cut over to Oden because obviously the Scabbards were in utter shock at the fact that Oden is still alive, and pretty much Oden's like, you guys have grown older. It's been a long time. So let us go take revenge on frickin' Kaido and Orochi and stuff like that, or mostly Kaido, because Orochi's dead. Let's do that. So we can finally avenge what happened to us 20 years ago. And obviously all the Scabbards were like, yes, my lord, let's go, and stuff like that. And you're seeing all this and you're like, whoa, wait, there's something not right about this. But it's like, okay, but obviously deep down as a viewer, okay, no, this is not the real Oden right here. And it comes to a point where the Scabbards realize, well, it was Ashura Doji and Raizo who realized after Oden pretty much said a line that was kind of unbecoming of him, that kind of goes against the prophecy that Toki said, because he directly says, yeah, well, you see, Toki, pushed me 20 years into the future and stuff like that, and here I am. And because of it, Ashura Doji and Raizo were like, wait, hold on a freaking second. And they pretty much told the other Scabbards, listen, that's not Oden, because Toki cannot bring people back from the dead, you know, and stuff like that. Her powers can only send you through time. She can't do what this man is proclaiming he's doing. And in a way to prove that it's all a fake effort, Ashura Doji pretty much gets impaled by this Oden, who then reveals himself with this evil smile and everything. And we actually find out, because also Ashura Doji cut him, there's no blood coming out of him. So this is not the real Oden, it's a copy. And we find out the person who is behind this, and it's none other than Kanjuro. Yes, he somehow is still alive, and he's still annoying as ever. And again, Kanjuro is still fucked up beyond belief, because now he legitimately almost fools the other Scabbards. He legitimately, I don't know why when he was fooling them, he just didn't kill them. And it's like he's pretty much talking through the Oden, and he's using Oden's voice and everything. And it's kind of messed up, if you ask me. Like, Jesus, it's the Scabbards here have respected Oden for all these years and love Oden and everything. And now they're hearing this dude, Kanjuro, pretty much use a fake copy of Oden with his voice and his look and everything. And it's kind of like sick and disgusting. It goes to show you that how terrible Kanjuro is a friend. Now, freaking Kiku, she makes the mention of the fact, like, I failed, I should have killed him, I should have cut his head off. And Ashura Doji's like, no, it's okay, I wouldn't blame you. It's hard to freaking kill a friend, somebody you deemed as a friend all those years ago. But it's like, I know if it was me, I would have just cut his head off, because he would have been dead to me. Especially. But we find out that Kanjuro is trying to go after Momonosuke, so the Scabbards have to do whatever they can to get past this fake Oden, so they can confront Kanjuro and end up stopping him. So that's kind of where they're at the time being. Also, Ashura Doji is impaled and he's on the ground pretty much bleeding out, so that's not good. Yeah. Anyways, we cut back to the surface on top of Onigashima, and the Worst Generation members are not having any luck, because with Big Mom and especially hybrid form Kaido, they're pretty much, we don't see what's ultimately going on, but we're pretty much seeing that they're getting their asses handed to them pretty much. And you know, Luffy's doing all he can. He keeps charging back and forth, but Kaido, I guess, has been hitting him back over and over, and Zoro's like, dude, can you please stop doing that? You did that last time and it didn't work before. Why do you keep doing this? And Luffy's like, I gotta keep going and stuff like that. But the other Worst Generation members make the mention of the fact that, Jesus, I think there's Law that said this. He's like, with both of them here, it's like we're legitimately in hell right now. So Kid gets the good idea of, like, you know what, how about this? I think it's come to this point where we have to split them up, where it might make it a lot easier for us to handle them if we can split them up. So the plan is, maybe they can take them down easier, fight them easier, if they split them apart, because even though Kaido and Big Mom don't technically see eye to eye, they're pretty much monsters, and their freaking skin is so thick where it's hard to freaking take them out and everything. And plus, like I said, they don't like each other at all, but they're working like hand in hand. But more than likely, it's because they actually were in the same crew, in the Rocks crew back in the day. So it would make sense that it would have fairly good coordination in terms of working together, compared to the Worst Generation members, who they kind of just like to do their own damn thing. But that's the plan that the Worst Generation members come up with, the standpoint that they're going to try to split up Kaido and Big Mom, so then it can be able to have, so they can be able to they can be able to take them out. So yeah, Luffy ends up getting up, but Kaido sees something. He's like, oh, Straw Hat. You see, when you give those eyes, you know, it's like your determination never quits, pretty much. And Luffy gives those, like, I guess you can say those eyes, people's, like, when he gets serious and everything, and you have the serious background music and stuff like that, like the serious background music when he punched the Celestial Dragon back in the Sabaody Archipelago arc, stuff like that. And Kaido's just pretty much hearing Minnie's like, you don't give up, do you? And especially when I see those eyes, I know you ain't done fighting. And obviously Luffy's like, yeah, please, I'm gonna kick your ass and you're gonna freaking get defeated by me. I'm not giving up till, my last breath, pretty much. And that's kind of where the episode ends off. So, solid episode. Next episode preview, from what the title says, it seems like the worst generation members are going to lose. Okay, that's not ominous enough. So yeah, and then it also seems like we're gonna cut around to different places and stuff like that, but the main focus of next week's episode is gonna be the battle on Onigashima, where apparently the worst generation members are going to lose. Now again, like I said, I know what happens because I read the manga and everything, so yeah, but it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens next week for anime only people and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of One Piece, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more One Piece content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, catch you guys in the next video and see you guys later. Peace.